Welcome back to Romancing Saga 3. In the last episode, we traversed Muse's dream, and we got two really awesome accessories for it, which are now equipped on our guys. And today, we have something different planned. I should mention that I did go to the warehouse and organize my inventory in there, and I also went to the blacksmith and picked up the weapons that I had over there, so as not to have to do it at the beginning of the stream. So today we are going to attempt to go east of the desert, a very dangerous area. Some people consider this kind of an end game area. I'd say I always go to this area early in the mid game, but it is definitely dangerous, as we'll see. There is probably a good chance I'm gonna have to edit some footage with the next fight here. You'll notice I'm avoiding all the enemies. It's very easy to avoid the enemies in the desert. I'm gonna avoid what I can because we're gonna get to some areas where it's not gonna be so easy to avoid enemies. And while I'm not super strong right now, I did just get done with Muse's dream, and we did a lot of grinding within that dream, which I think is gonna prepare us. I think it has prepared us well enough. All right, now here is the part. Now, I also changed my formation to Tiger's Cave. And this is a very tough fight. I'm going to actually be going all in on this fight as if it's a boss fight. Even though it's a fixed encounter, it's quite challenging. So I went to Tiger's Cave because I take half damage from the enemies. You'll see that they still hit very, very hard. My strategy here is just to try to take these guys out as fast as possible because they are nasty. This formation, unfortunately, makes me very slow, but I'm not too worried about it. I do have a lot of different options here. I think I'm going to go with Beast Chaser. Okay, I was very lucky she avoided that. At half damage, she's taking 136 damage. Well, that was very bad that they hit Nora there. That's already terrible because Nora can do the most damage to all these enemies. It's probably not a deal breaker though. If Ellen dies though, if anybody in my party dies, it's going to be really terrible though, because it will break my formation and suddenly I'll be in free-for-all. I won't get the damage reduction bonus that I have from Tiger's Cave here. So I'm gonna do my best to try to keep my characters alive here. Ellen is at my lowest right now, but I think she's dead. No, she's not dead. That's so bad. That is so much damage. This is going very badly, but you never know. You never know. Sometimes things can go badly at the beginning and they can go very well at the end. My goal right now is to just try to take out one of these guys. If I can take out one, we're already doing much better. Awesome. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna try to heal Nora. If Sarah falls, it's gonna be pretty bad. We're gonna try to heal Nora. So let's get Lunar Light here. And this is why I leveled up my magic, because now for fights like these, where it's very important that I keep my guys alive, that's not good. She's alive. Oh, they're both alive. I really thought I was gonna lose Fairy there for sure, or Nora, both of them. Try to heal Fairy next round, but she's probably gonna die. But at least I'll get another turn of half damage, so that's good. But yeah, this formation's has two big weaknesses. The first one, if a character dies or even, I think, gets hit with a nasty status ailment, it does break the formation. The other weak point is, I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, slow. Your characters are really, really slow, and even your fastest characters can go after the slowest of enemies, so it's a gamble, for sure. I'm actually gonna change what I do with her. Seismic Strike is great when there's 3 enemies, but now that there's only 2, I'm gonna switch to Rock Splitter, because it's gonna do more damage to a single target, and at this point, I just wanna get rid of these extra targets, so let's try to do that. I am going to try to heal Fairy. Yep, she's dead. And fortunately, they attacked her again. She lost a life point, but I can fix my formation because there we go. She's alive again. So actually, this fight's going really well now, and I'm pretty confident we aren't going to have any more problems. Because I think I can take out the last two guys before things get, too nasty. In fact, that one might... No, it's going to be almost dead, though. So, let's hit it with our strongest attacks here. And I don't even think I need to have Sarah heal right now, so... You know what? I'll have her air slash. These are fights that that are very difficult, and I have to win them. And this is a fixed encounter. If you try to go to the desert early in the game, this is what you'll encounter. I feel like I'm barely strong enough right now to handle this, which is good. And this should do it. Yes. Okay, we did it. So there we go. That was the first big hurdle of this entire desert section. We aren't going to encounter the second huge hurdle until near the very end. Okay, I think I can go down there. I'm going to try going down there. Oh, there goes my formation. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter one bit. In fact, I'm probably going to... Let's just punch. Attack. Attack. And you're almost out of MP anyways, so let's attack. From here on, the rest of the desert is going to be pretty straightforward. And I should be able to avoid most of the encounters for the rest of it, too. Oh, what the heck? Did she just learn that, or? No, I had her use that. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, Nora, that seismic strike ability I have on Nora is very, very strong. It can easily clear out the enemies at this point in the game. Okay, so, yep, we're going to take the muddy route. We're spending a lot of time in the mud right now. We want to go down here. No, we want to go left, and then we want to go up and left and down. Yeah, it's not 100% straightforward. It's a little bit of a maze, but it's not too bad. Or maybe I had that wrong. Okay, I think I know what I have to do. I have to go down the right side and then down that little cave there. Yeah, like that. Like I said, it's a maze. It's actually easier to see where to go in this version of Romancing Saga 3 than it is in the Super Nintendo version, Super Famicom. Yep, and there's ladders there. I just like to stay in the mud because it's just... This is the way I memorized it. But you could go up and then travel a little faster, then go down. Over here, it doesn't matter which direction I go in. I like to go left. I could go right, fall a couple times. Right might actually be faster, but... Who knows? Who cares? I am not a speedrunner. And there we go. We've gotten through probably the most annoying part of the desert here. Now, there is a lot of stuff to explore here, but I'm going to focus on getting to the town, which is far to the east. If I go right one screen and then north, we actually get to a new dungeon, which I could explore right now. But I feel like it's better if I just wait until later to do it, because this part of the game, we can't really freely go to towns anymore. We're kind of stuck in this area until we complete the events here. And the events aren't exactly the easiest. They aren't the easiest. They aren't the hardest. I'd say they're pretty mediocre events up until a certain point in which they become very difficult. This entire section really revolves around two difficult fights, one of which we've already done. I don't need to be in this formation. Actually, we're going to be, yeah, when I get my, we'll change the formation again, but I really don't need to be in Bear's Cave right now, in the Tiger's Cave right now. It's a bit overkill. These enemies are too easy. They're not going to kill me. Something like Whirlwind would probably be a little bit better, but it's not a big deal. I'll wait to change my formation until we get the new party member in the next area. Okay, so this is the screen. If I go right here, I can go up. You can see the path up there. It leads to a dungeon. We're going to go there later. There's a lot to do on the in the desert area here. And a lot of it is, I'd say early mid-game, it's good to explore it, but a lot of it I can't finish until actually the late game, because a couple of the fixed encounters are very, very challenging for me at this point. But if I wanted to spark new skills, I could go in there and try to fight them and then just run away after I've sparked some skills or something. Not really anything I need to do right now, though, so we're not going to do it. But yep, we're going to make our way to the village. After the desert, you just go north, and then, boom. First person you talk to will let you rest. And we'll do what we do every time we go to a new village. We'll talk to the people, see what's going on, see if they have anything interesting to say or do, because this is an entirely new area. The strange Zelnam tribe came from the northern plains. A despicable lot, that bunch. They attacked us without warning or cause. Sound like some nasty customers. Teehee, what funny clothes you've got on. Obviously, my culture is different from theirs. We are the nomadic Mwenge tribe. I have never seen that manner of clothing before. It's always the clothing. The insectoid Neft tribe reside in the plains to the south. Although we do not share a language, good fences make for good neighbors. The strange Zelnam tribe came from the northern plains. A despicable lot, that bunch. They attacked us without warning or cause. Okay. There is a weapon shop here, and they have the Sacred Bow, which is a really awesome bow. I'm not going to buy it. You'll see why in just a second. Brigandi here is also a pretty nice piece of equipment. You'll notice it doesn't have any weakness. No weak resistances or anything, which is alone, that's also pretty good, but 22 defense, pretty respectable. 9 magic defense, resistance to blunt attacks, only weighs 2. It's a nice piece of armor, but I'm not going to buy it. Something to think about, though. And here is who we have to talk to. Wait, could you be? Master. Oh, there's the master. Another interesting character. That odd attire means but one thing. You are from the west. Not many of your kind make it this far. And you have come here for? We were caught in the current of the flowing sands, and now we can't get back. And I know it's strange, but that's how we came here. You all sound like real dunderheads, but I guess at least you managed to survive. You'll find Xuan if you head east from this village, though they'll no doubt lock you up on sight. If you would lend me a hand with something, I could talk to General Yang of Xuan on your behalf. He happens to be one of my pupils. Oh, how can I help? Nothing arduous. There's just a great deal that I would like to ask you about the West, in particular magic. You're coming with me. No, she took wood. I'll be looking into a number of things. Oops, there goes my voice acting. I also need you to visit the Neft tribe. This little one can tell you more. She knows the lay of the land, so I'm sure she'll be very useful. Linny, go with them. I told you not to call me that. I'm not a kid anymore. Okay, so Linny here. I'm Jiling of the Mwenge tribe. This is Master Bai Main Yang. Her efforts to use magic to communicate with the Neft consume all of her time. This helmet will enable you to communicate with the Neft. Their settlement lies on the outskirts of the southern plains, shall we? Yes, we shall. So we lost a party member, and then we gained a party member. I'm okay with that, but we do need to take a look at her stuff here. You'll notice she actually has a little bit of training in martial arts, but I'm not going to use her for martial arts at all. She also has a crown for weapon skills, and she's quite talented with the bow. And that is what we're going to be using for her, because look at her dexterity. That is 24 dexterity of pure bow strength right there. She's like a born bow user. Her other stats are okay. She actually has a surprisingly high amount of stamina. And willpower, so she can resist status ailments, and she's a little tanky. I wouldn't call her like a tank, but seeing as how it's her second and third highest stats there, it's not bad at all. So there's the Sacred Bow. She already starts with a really awesome bow that would have cost me like what 3,200 gold to make or to buy. I'm gonna give her the helmet that she came with, this Psychic hat that supposedly lets us communicate with the Neft. I'm going to give this to her. Her other equipment's okay. I don't feel like I need to change it. It's nothing super special, but it's nothing, terrible. It's good enough for what I need her to do. And now I'm going to change my formation, because now it ruined our formation anyways. and I'm actually going to go to Desert Lance. And I want to go to Desert Lance because I do have some counter skills that I want to try to master. So we're going to do that. And everything else is fine here. I've got my other party members on the outside. And with that, we are ready to go. So we got to talk to the Neff tribe if we want wood back. And to get to there, as they said in the dialogue, we have to go to the south. So we get back out into this field and then we head south. We will be seeing this field a few more times in this episode. And continue going south from here. Now, if you try to go south before talking to the people, you can't actually go anywhere. So, and now we're here, and this is the place of the Neff tribe, but there are enemies here. So obviously there's problems. Okay, and I'm gonna try to do this without fighting encounters if we can. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to fight this one. That wolf is like right in my way. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so counter. I want to master it. Everything else here is fine. I think I'm just gonna do regular attacks. Maybe we could spark something new. I'm gonna try to have my guys learn stuff like I always do. Or get better at their magic. She has to master Sidewinder. It's not mastered. You'll notice I have 2 bow users in my party, which I would usually say is redundant. There's actually going to be a couple hard encounters that I'm going to be very grateful I have bow users for, and I definitely want to strengthen both of them up. Also, because I have Jilin, I can go into commander mode and have Jilin inherit Sarah's bow skills because she's a bow user. And in that sense, I can have a bow user when I'm in commander mode and I'm not using Sarah as a party member. All right, so the way this dungeon works is we have to encounter all of the, I guess I'll use Rock Splitter here. We have to encounter all the enemies that are standing still. They're the Zelnum that are kind of the leaders of all the other Zelnum. Snake Blaster can actually attack the back rank. I love that. Beast Chaser and Sidewinder. Now that is one of the drawbacks of being in the Desert Lance formation. When you're fighting these guys, they have an attack that shoots in a line. They happen to use it, and unfortunately, I am not doing too well right now. Hopefully they don't use it again. If they use it again, we might be in a bit of trouble. But I have a contingency plan if that happens. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, it's important to remember that you can always run away if things are bad. Like if things are just terrible and you know you're not going to win, you can always run away. So that is my contingency plan. Hopefully, okay, we're doing okay. We're doing great. We're doing great, actually. This is fine. Okay, so we're fine here. Let the martial skill up. Oh. And again, you'll notice I'm not really using my magic here, and that's, again, because these battles can be hard to survive if I'm not being a little bit serious about them. So we're going to be serious about them. See, now those Zelnums move. If I encounter them, I will get into a fight with them, but they're not going to do anything for me, so I'm just going to avoid them and encounter the ones that matter, like these guys. All right, so I've got counter. Counter's not going to do anything, though, because these guys can't be countered, and I know that because I've played this game before. Let's see. Nora's got the Cudgel. I'm going to go with Staff of Vivacity. Not Staff of Vivacity. I'm going to use the Golden Bat, and I'm going to use the Rock Splitter. This thing should fall faster than the other one because it's by itself. So I'm actually 0% worried. I don't even care that he's using lightning on me and killing all my guys nearly. It doesn't matter. Because he's not going to survive. I don't think he may not even survive this round. My guys just do too much damage when they don't have anything in front blocking them. And Nora in particular is equipped with that silver hand I got in Muse's Dream. That gives her the 2 attacks. So she's doing 4-digit damage right now. which is awesome. And you'll notice we've killed both of the fixed encounter Zelnum there, so they're all gone. We have defeated all of the Zelnum. And now there's these guys, the Neft. Niku. I know that Niku means meat in Japanese, but I think it's just supposed to be a cute sound. This was pretty standard in JRPGs back then. I'd imagine if there was like any kind of voice acting in this game, we'd actually hear a sound or something for them. And this is the guy we have to talk to. Your arrival here is an ill portent. Once, long ago, the Archfiend obliterated the various nations of the East. And many years later, humans from the West came and repopulated them. However, in the centuries since, not a single soul has crossed those sands. We live in harmony here with their descendants, and that alone is reason enough to join your crusade against the Abyss. We must cut the fiends off at their source, far to the north of here. Okay. So we know now that the Zelnum are coming from the far north. There's really nothing else to do here, so we are going to leave. Unfortunately, there's no shortcut to leaving this place, but the enemies are all gone, so it's not too bad. This cave is actually very simple compared to where we're going to be going next. Well, as far as caves go. So we got to make our way back to the town and talk to the old lady. Report to her that we have spoken with the Neft. We have made communications. All right, let's rest. We did use some stuff. Her dialogue is hilarious, by the way. How about those fancy threads? Everyone loves the clothes. I don't know what it is. Our silly little Western clothes. Okay. All right. Talk to her. You've been able to communicate with the Neft. You've been able to communicate with the Neft tribe. Excellent. Then the time has come for me to fulfill my part of the bargain. I've spoken with General Yang in Chuan. Go east and visit the city. I'm going to see what I can learn about the Zelnum tribe. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I try. I try. Anyways, what do we got here? Okay, so, all right. We got wood back. That's awesome. But I want Jilin. Yes. I want her. Yes. Okay. So our formation's screwed again. We'll fix it later. For now, let's go to the east, like she said. Arrest those freaks. You folks are as bizarre as the reports say. I'm Yang. The Emperor has placed me in charge of this town. I've got a few questions for you, and I expect you to answer me honestly. Ha! You expect me to fall for that yarn? If you can't tell the truth, then you can go rot in prison. Well, looks like I'm in prison anyways. Let me out. So here you are, don't dawdle. We've got places to be. I've managed to pinpoint where the Zelnum have been coming from. I found it unusual, to say the least, that the nation was blanketed in the dark aura of the Abyss. Head north of the plains and eradicate the Zelnum haunt. Master, please refrain from acting without approval from above. We have only just sent a report to His Excellency in Huan. Receiving his orders on how to proceed takes precedence. Such an ignorant child you are, SaGa was swayed so easily and is behaving erratically and emotionally. Huang is so full of themselves and treat the rest of us like maggots. Idiot, you should know better than this. Idiot, you should know better than this. The power of the Abyss and its denizens is drawing ever closer. Master, please calm yourself. There is no need to hurl verbal barbs. The Abyss has long been an enemy of the East, and we have long been preparing for the day when we would face the Sinistrals. I'm ready to fight and die for this cause, but whether or not we can trust the Westerners is another matter entirely. The arrival of the Westerners is itself an omen. Very well. I place my trust in your words and wisdom. All right. So we're free now. As you may have guessed, we got to go and fight the Zelnum on the north side of the plains. So that is where we're going to be heading to next. But I want to show you guys how awesome this place is. And this is the big reason I went to the desert. So you've come from the west, I see. So this is a pub. I can read the kanji outside. It's like sake, but this place is modeled after China, so it's probably pronounced differently. Speaking of which, I apologize ahead of time. I definitely know I'm butchering the pronunciation of a lot of these names and locations and words here. Okay, the magic store here is awesome. So let's take a look at the magic we can buy here. And in fact, I'm definitely gonna buy magic, and I already know who I'm buying it for. So we've got several options here, but take a look at this. The top tier spells are sold in this town. So we've got Corona here, Damage and Confusion. I think these spells, Daybreak, Corona, and Ray and Corona were available in the other places. But we also have Ray of Hope, an awesome healing spell. It's very expensive, but it's probably the best healing spell in the game because it can cure everything. And I don't even think you need to have a high skill level for it to do so, which is good because Ward isn't a magician. But this right here, Parhelion, this thing is like a super shield. It's like giving your guy a really awesome shield. I think it has a 30% chance of blocking any attack. So anything, no matter how strong that is coming at your guy, has a chance of being blocked. So you're essentially going to take like 30%. You have a lot more staying power with this spell. Do I want to give it to Ward or do I want to give it to Peony? Let me see. She's only got 15 MP, but I feel like she needs it the most. At the same time, Ward here, he's already pretty tanky, but he's got more MP to use it, and I feel like he'd get more use out of it. So I might just give it to... I'm going to actually give it to Ward. And I know I have the money to get another one, so I'll probably come back here after this area is opened up, and I'll probably get it for Fairy after that. But for now, we'll put it on Ward. So right now, Ward just got a really awesome spell, and he can afford to use it, which is great. He can't afford to use it too many times, but he can afford to use it enough. And there goes all my money. But let's go look at the lunar magic too. And I do eventually want to put lunar magic on a few of my characters. But you can see we've got lunar mirror here. Have the enemy's hit points with a sound wave from a large half moon. I've never gotten use out of this spell personally, but it is a cheap spell cost-wise to use. We've got Glamour Glow. Boost your charm by basking in the crescent moonlight. So for a character like Muse, if I were using her, she has high charm. If I used a spell like Glamour Glow on her, she'd become a supermodel and then she'd just charm the pants out of all the enemies. And I don't know, I've never really used charm that much in this game, but I'm sure it has utility. I've heard stories of people getting a lot of use out of it. But this right here, this spell is the thing right here. This is what you want on your guys. Shadow Servant. It creates a doppelganger of your character, and that doppelganger can take a hit for you, a physical hit, not a magical one. It'll take a physical hit for you though. After it takes the physical hit, it'll disappear. So it's defensive in that respect, in which it'll let your guy take an extra hit before they die. But if you can manage to keep that Shadow Servant up and not get hit by an enemy, which when you have 5 characters and you can make some attract aggro more than others, it's quite possible. You can have your character double all their attacks with Shadow Servant while it's up. And we will definitely be putting that on characters when we get stronger and we get more characters that have more MP and more moon magic. We have money because of the business minigame we played, but if we didn't have money, like we would earn it, of course, with the playthrough. But you could also abuse that exploit I showed in an earlier episode to get like infinite money. So yeah, that was just the magic. We didn't even get to like the equipment here. So it's a pretty decent store here. They sell the sacred bow. Everything else is kind of unremarkable. That's just the bottom part though. Let's go upstairs and I will show you how awesome this place is. And boom, look at this. Bujin armor. This is like the best armor you can buy for your characters. The only downside to this armor is its weight. It weighs 7, which is kind of bad, but for a character like Wood, who's already really slow, and I'd be using him as a tank anyways, or a character like Nora, whom I kind of care more about her defense than her speed, the Bujin armor here is really awesome for characters like that. And this Ascetic's robe is probably the best light armor you can put on your guys. This is usually where I go shopping end game when I have money and I, don't really have anything left to buy. I bought all my spells and everything. This is where I go and this is what I buy, like these 2 things right here. This Budogi is a general nice piece of early game armor. At the mid game, it's still usable, which I have it on Jilin, but it's getting a little outdated, but it's okay because we're gonna find better stuff anyways. And of course I'm poor right now. We're broke gang because we just dropped 10,000 Gs on a cool spell. But we will be coming back here when this area is open to us, when we can freely travel here. Like I said, we're locked in this place, so we do not need a room. Yeah, I don't even have the money right now, but that's okay because we have a free. We actually already rested before we even did this, so. Now we can go up here. Here's another thing. I've never done it myself, but if you leave an extra spot open in your party, you can actually recruit the old lady here. But for now, she just teaches the water magic, and it's the standard stuff. I think you can learn this stuff everywhere. Tornado hits all enemies. Wind magic. Not water, wind. Still, she's the magic salesman, and you can get her in your party, which is cool. I personally prefer Jilin. The old lady's actually a really awesome magician, though. So if you're into magic, or if you want to do magic in your playthrough, there you go. All right, so we got our spell. We're recovered. We're gonna go head up to the Zelnums, and we're gonna take the fight to them. There's a lot of stuff. There's actually a lot of stuff we can get in the Zelnum area. So we're gonna be in there for a while. The encounters are gonna be very hard to ignore, unfortunately, so we're doing some fighting, but that's okay, because we need to get a little bit stronger for the end of this, because, well, you'll see. It's gonna be rough. It will be rough. Even if I was stronger than I am now, it's still rough. And unfortunately, I dashed into that. Oh wait, I think it was, no, I didn't dash into it. My formation, I forgot to change my formation. That's okay. Let's see, for Sarah here, yeah, I'm just gonna use regular attacks. I'm gonna be conserving a little bit of my strength. Aim is fine. Just attack. I'll be conserving a little bit of my strength for the boss of this area. I mean, this fight in particular, notice that there were 3 guys that fly. There's actually 4, because I think the ghost flies too. So I wouldn't, even if I wanted to, I couldn't just use the earthquake attack with Nora and instantly take this group out. I have to actually do this the slow way anyways, which is okay. The enemies themselves are weak. It's just I don't have a way of instantly taking them all out super fast. But I do want to get Shilin back in the party. I'm probably going to put wood in the back. We're gonna, yeah, let's just go to the formation here, yeah. So, we have to change the formation anyways. I'm gonna go back into Desert Lance. And I am gonna put Ellen in the front again, because like I said, I wanna try to have her master her counter. And we're gonna put wood in the back for now. So we'll be doing what we did before, basically. It's the same thing. All right, Fairy Stone. It's like the first of many treasures we're gonna find in here. This dungeon looks confusing, but it really isn't that bad. If you go through all the caves, you'll find everything, and there's plenty of dead ends in the closer caves, so it's kind of hard to miss things if you just go into the nearest cave and see what's behind it. Again, everything here flies. There's really not much. Do I want to use her No, I don't want to use her magic. I'm going to need her magic for healing. I'm going to actually have to use Sarah as a healer, which is kind of rare. Sidewinder, I do want to learn, so use that. There we go, counterattack went off, that's good. Counter is actually really good for this area. It's a good formation and a good setup to have a counterattacker in the front here. There are a lot of physically attacking enemies. Of course, there are the enemies like that ghost that like to use magic, so it's fine, we're prepared. Jilin is awesome right out of the gate. She starts with a lot of TP. She starts with a TP crown. I'm probably going to give her some, in fact I will after this fight. I'm going to give her some abilities that I have on Sarah. And I might give Sarah her Sidewinder ability too. We'll see. Yeah, let's do it now. I'm going to do it eventually anyways. So I'm going to go into her skills and we're going to teach her all those skills that we mastered on Sarah here. Give her Beast Chaser. Oh, she already has Beast Chaser. That's awesome. Okay. Quick Notch is a good one. And I think I'm going to give her Id Break too. Okay, that's good. And I might actually Sarah here. Does she have Flash Arrow, Id Break? I like what she has. I could give her Sidewinder. It's probably a little stronger than Id Break here. Let me give her Sidewinder. Oh yeah, I didn't master Sidewinder yet. I can't do it. Okay, that's fine. So we're trying to do, right? Okay. Ooh, look at that. Pro dodging. We're gonna go in here. There was a dead end there anyways. We go in here, grab these treasures real fast. Maybe we can actually... Oh, Elderwood Bow. See, I told you there's some good stuff in here. I can already give her something better than this longbow we've had since literally the beginning of the video game. There we go. It weighs 3. It's a little heavier, but that extra 7 points in strength will make a difference. Got some Orums, which is great because we just blew all of ours on an awesome magic spell. Down here, up here, and... Oh, for this area, we got to go down and around to grab the treasure. I'm probably going to end up fighting every single goblin here. Yeah. These guys are really hard to ignore. But that's okay. They're not strong. And I think I'm just going to stick with regular attacks here, except for on her. I want her to learn to master Sidewinder. So have her use Sidewinder. All of my other characters have pretty much mastered everything except for Ellen. Ellen has not mastered counter. She can't master it now anyways because she's suffering from a status ailment. But yeah. The goblins do use physical attacks, so if I do get the opportunity, I should be able to use counterattack a few more times in here. This is going better than I thought, but yeah, there's just like 4 guys here. Let's use counter. And just spread out the damage here. Let's hit the flying guy in the back. Sidewinder. Regular attack. We should be good. There we go. Nice counter. I love counterattacks, and I love that this game gives you formations that actually make them very viable. I love overall just how different all the formations are. There's other formations aside from this one that get the aggro on a certain character. But this is the earliest one that I know of that we get. The other ones I know of are a bit later game. Skill salts, 21 Orums, not bad. Okay. Oh, I almost got there. We almost made it. All right, golden bat, attack, attack, attack. There we go. We'll make it. Look at that, beautiful counter right there. The counters do a lot of damage as well. Definitely more than a regular punch would have done. I'd even say that her counterattack is her strongest skill right now. I don't think her other skills compare. Okay, and this one's a fixed encounter, so... just get it done. Let's use the Sidewinder in the back. She's pretty much just going to be spamming Sidewinder in every single fight from now to the end of this dungeon. Oh, that snipe ability is annoying. It actually prevents my counter from going off. Very annoying. Doesn't really save them from their fate, though. Okay. Invincible East, as if I needed another one. Barrier Stone is a really good item. It's like a, it recovers all of everything. All of your hit points, SP, all of it. And if the music change here wasn't any indication, this is Boss. And we gotta do some changes here before I fight this guy, because I already know what this is gonna be about. If I stay in Desert Lance, well, you'll see. Remember when I went into the other cave and I was in Desert Lance and those lightning attacks hit 3 of my guys at once? Well, we're gonna try to avoid that by spreading our guys out here. So we're gonna do that, and I'm also gonna take out, I think I'm gonna take out Ellen for this fight. No, I'm not gonna take out Ellen. I'm gonna take out, Jilin? Oh no, maybe I should just leave Wood in the back. I'm gonna leave Wood in the back. May not be the best decision ever. I am gonna switch Nora with Ellen though, because I think she's gonna eat all the aggro here. And we're gonna go with this. Now, I am a little bit concerned. I do have a weakness to electricity because of the scale armor that I had put on Nora. And these enemies do use lightning-based attacks, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, they can use lightning-based attacks. Not all of their attacks are lightning-based. Oh, wait. Hang on. No, I do want wood. I want wood in the front. I want wood where, hang on. We're going to take out Ellen and we're going to put wood in. But I'm going to put wood over here. And wood has parhelion, so actually, yeah, that's why I want wood in. Yeah, so let's do that. All right, here we go. He's alone, right? Looks like a pretty standard fight here. I am going to smash the first turn. We're going to smash. I'm going to try to do as much damage to this thing as I can on the first turn. I think the first turn is the most important turn in this particular fight, and you'll see why in a second. I think charge is the best thing I can do here. Yeah, it's fast. Even in Tiger's Cave, it's going to be pretty fast. And I'm going to have Sarah use her Beast Chaser. I could go with Quick Notch too, but if I thought it was important. I'm going to go with Beast Chaser and Sidewinder on her always and forever. Now, I do want to level up Moon Magic on Jilin eventually. When I can leave this eastern area, I'm going to buy her some cheaper moon spells so that she can begin leveling it up. And once she's gotten at least, I'd say maybe 15 or 20 magic points, I'll actually buy her Shadow Servant. She's going to be a permanent member of our party. And now you can see the fun. This guy summons these guys, and he will summon every time that there's less than 2 of them. So now we're at a point where Ward is going to be mostly tanking, so I'm going to use Parhelion on him. And he should be able to take damage a little better. I'm going to have Sarah's probably going to go into healer mode right now, and we're just going to Seismic Strike every turn. And I'm going to have Peony use Snake Blaster because it can actually hit the back row. And I'm going to have Sarah just continue to use Beast Chaser until she needs to heal. And Sidewinder, always. And there we go. There's the Thunder attack. Because I'm in Tiger's Cave, I'm taking half damage from all these attacks. It's going to last as long as I can keep my party alive. But if even one person in my party falls, it's going to be really bad for me. Now, that Seismic Strike only hits the guy in the back, but the guy in the back is the only one we need to kill to win this fight. It's just like that Thief fight from the beginning of the game. So I'm trying to use attacks that I know are going to hit the guy in the back. And I could use... I want to keep his MP. I could use Heat Wave. But I don't think he's going to actually do much with it, and I'd rather keep him alive with Parhelion. So what I will do, though, is I'm not going to use Final Strike. Actually, can I use it on the guy in the back? No, I can't. If I could, I would. If I could, I would. All right, but I can't. So we're just going to smash. I guess I'll just smash the guys in front. Or actually, there's no... I don't think there's even a reason to do that. Let's just have him defend for now. Or better yet, let's use Dancing Leaves. And let's use them on, let's see, who do I want to avoid damage the most? Her. Definitely her, she's my healer. Seismic Strike and Snake Blaster. And here we go, Beast Chaser. Finder, there we go. See, that's at half damage. That guy hit Fairy for 144. That stun is really bad too, because that means she's not going to get her attack off. Or her heal. Which means I think only 3 of my guys are actually going to do anything here. My goal is to try to do 1,000 damage to that armor every turn. If I can. It's usually, yeah, 400 plus, what, 200 plus 300? It's about 1,000. Sarah's in a really bad spot right now, though. Let's use Dancing Leaves on Fairy now. Seismic Strike, Snake Blaster. I'm gonna have Sarah try to heal herself, but I'm not too confident. I might have her Feather Seal to avoid damage. Let's do that. I'm gonna Feather Seal her and then Sidewinder this guy. Okay, that's gonna stun him. Nope, she's dead. No, she's not dead. Nice. She got a Headwind evasion skill. Or Headwind evasion skill. All right, that feather seal skill I did has made her invisible. She cannot be targeted by single target attacks now. She can still be hit by magic, but the magic would have to hit an AoE. It'd have to be AoE magic that's not targeting her. So she's essentially invincible right now. I don't have to worry about her, and I can keep her in the back and heal. Which is good, because she's only got 54 hit points. And if she took one more hit, she would probably die. So we're good. I'm going to have him just smash. It's not really going to do much, but he might spark something. I'm going to have Fairy Snake Blaster. And Sarah is going to sit back, and she's going to use Lunar Light. I have 4 casts of this, which should be more than enough. We're going to hit the guy in the back. Fairy's dead. That's bad. She's not dead. Good. Okay. My guys will still take half instead of full from these attacks. It's good. I don't mind if the second attack kills someone so much. 214 is not a lot, but it's enough to survive one double attack. So we're just going to keep just trying to do as much damage as we can here. Wood's not really doing anything. I mean, I might take out his Elnam, but it's not going to do anything for me. But that's okay. Okay, I'm going to heal... This time I'm going to heal... Yeah, I'm going to heal her. I'm going to sidewind her. And this is kind of how I like to use Sarah. I turn her invisible, and she does healing. And she's pretty safe in a fight like this, where enemies aren't going to be able to target her. And she's going to stay invisible as long as I don't attack with her. Once I attack or do something other than heal, like that's when the invisibility is going to go off. It's kind of sad. I cast Parhelion on Wood, and like nobody's attacking him. Like I don't think he took 1 attack this entire fight. I'm a little bit irked about that, but whatever. I mean, my guys are alive, right? I'm gonna keep healed. But pretty soon I'm gonna be out of magic, and at that point I might as well unhide Sarah, because she can't really do anything. Uh-oh. They were able to target her. Fortunately, it didn't do a lot of damage. If that's the only attack they can target her with, I'm okay with that, because she can take like 3 more of those. I think we're doing pretty good. We're hitting this guy for about, I'd say about 1,000 a turn, a little less. I don't think it's going to be too long before this guy falls, so just keep at it. We are running a little low on TP on Nora. It's a little concerning. I could heal myself. Let's do it. Nice. I got another headwind evasion. It's good. I like getting evasions during the fight. After Sarah heals herself, I'm going to have her on cover. Oh, we did it. Whew, long fight. Now that fight can be very devastating if you don't know how to handle it. Fortunately, I had 2 archers. I had a whole party of people that could attack, and I had Wood, who was just kind of not really doing anything, but whatever. And we got the Archfiend's armor, which is a special armor. I guess that's one less thing to worry about. Warriors in the West, you have proven your strength. I will gladly dedicate myself to your cause, stamping out the Abyss Lord. You must be eager to return to your homeland. Step out from Chuan, and the road will be open to you. And there we go. Let me know if you need my help. So I could actually, if I had space, I think this is the point at which I could recruit her. Later in the game, you can actually recruit this guy, but it's so late in the game that, like, it's kind of, I don't know. It's hard to make him good, because he's got a lot of developing to do when you recruit him. So, yeah. But they're both magicians. You can actually find a treasure here, which... There aren't very many city-like places in this game where you can actually find treasure. And there's nothing else up there, so... We are done. We did it. And actually, that went a lot smoother than I thought. I did not have to load a save and try again there. Oh, yeah, I did want to show off the... I I did want to show off the armor. This Arc Fiend's equipment we got. It's actually, yeah, it is armor. So let's just make sure we have an armor slot here. This armor is awesome. Legendary armor with a great deal of power concealed. This is the strongest armor in the game, hands down. It is awesome. But it does come with a nasty drawback. And that drawback is that all of your spells and skills will cost 2 times what they would normally cost you. That doesn't mean you shouldn't use this armor. I like to put this armor on my guys before I fight a really strong boss. Usually like the final boss of the video game. There are a couple really strong bosses in this game before then. I won't spoil anything. But that's good armor for that. So, yep. And now we can actually leave. We can leave and we can also warp back, which is amazing. We can go to Mwenge, we can go to the Great Plains, and we can go all the way back to Padona if we wanted to. But there's still a couple more things I want to do. And the first one is, well, yes, let's rest because we're pretty weak, right? We just finished fighting a really nasty boss. Now, if you don't have ranged attacks or attacks that can hit the back line when you're fighting that guy, you're kind of SOL. You'll either have to grind skills that can do so, or just equip skills that you've already mastered that can do so, like Tomahawk, Snake Blaster, those kind of things. But now that we've done that, we can talk to these people. And this is the guy we want to talk to. I became lost in the plains and continued to wander west. There, I came upon a town populated by elephants. What hogwash of a dream is that? And guess what we just opened up on the map? Well, let's exit the town first. Oh, we can't, if we choose to exit, if we hit the hotkey to exit Mwenge Village, it'll take us to the plains. But if we go to Xuan and then hit the hotkey, we can actually exit. And we can see, what were they talking about? Look at this. Rashkuta. And there we go.